You good?
I'm born good. Are you good?
Well, questionable.
Well, I'm glad that we're doing this, and I appreciate we're doing this, and we're finally going to introduce me to the world.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Good?
Good.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, it's Molly here again, and I have a special guest here with me.
Very special.
Okay, let's not talk about it already. I am so excited to introduce you guys to just the love of my life, my absolute soulmate. His name is BRADON. I've actually talked about him. If you follow me on Instagram, way back in November, I posted a photo of us together in LA because that's where BRADON's from. He's just in town visiting. And then I've had his voice in vlogs before, and I mentioned him in the surfing video I did. I posted it at a story time a few weeks ago, or was it a week? I don't know when I posted it. This is being pre-filmed, so I have no idea when that was posted, but it was up before this one. So that video, it'll be linked below. I mentioned him and how he's my soulmate, and his family is like my family, and his sister is like my sister, and a lot of you were wondering if he was my boyfriend or not. And the answer is...
Absolutely yes.
He is my boyfriend.
And now I'm here.
He's just my gay boyfriend.
The gay boyfriend.
So.
We all have one.
This one's mine.
And this is my straight girlfriend.
Literally everywhere we go together, people ask us how long have you been together? Or they just assume we're together. And everybody asks what the dog is for, referencing my guide dog Gal. So we just need to get shirts that say I'm gay, I'm blind, so we don't have to go everywhere together answering the same questions.
It answers so many questions.
Both the two main questions we get when we're together would just be gone.
Yeah.
What would people ask us,
No clue. Honestly, no clue. We'd have nothing to talk about anymore.
I know, we wouldn't be interesting anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the boyfriend tag questions here to do with you.
Okay.
So I figure we'll just both kind of answer, it's
good.
not just gonna be me interviewing you, we'll just both interject.
I'm not that interesting either, so.
It's true. I don't know why I date you. So I actually have his phone with me, and he turned voiceover on, so I'm gonna read the questions from voiceover's gonna read them to me, and then I'll repeat them. If it gets really annoying, I'll just make him read them. Okay. One, where did we meet?
Where did we meet? Well, we met technically in Los Angeles. Was the first time we had met
at Lucine's house.
At Lucine's house, yeah. I had known about her when we found out she was going to come to one of our summer camps for the blind. I researched her and I found out that she was this YouTube sensation, and so I got all stalkerish and I did my research. And so I was actually kind of giddy to go and meet her, but I had worked around motivational speakers before, so I knew how to interact with her, and so I went up and I was like, you are so special, you are so beautiful, you're so inspiring, and then we just kind of hit it off from there. We spent a week together in LA doing a bunch of different activities.
They taught me to surf.
Surfing.
So for reference, his family is the family that runs XMO. His family started the extreme mobility camps that I go to in the States.
Yeah, so that was how we met, was through that organization, and now we have this amazing friendship, and I'm here in Toronto filming, and it's crazy how everything works out. So
I know. Thank you, Matthew from Tinder.
Thank you, Matthew from Tinder.
We appreciate you so much.
Now
I found the love of my life. Okay. Number 2, where was our first date?
Oh God. Oh God.
Okay, see.
This is horrible. How am I supposed to know this?
Well, it's true. We could have there's multiple times
Multiple
we
first
could be
dates.
what was the first date? At camp is where our relationship blossomed.
Was that the first actual date? Yeah. So
I think that was our first, I would say that was our first attempt at a date, but it was a failed.
It was our first one-on-one interaction. Well, actually, no, our first one-on-one interaction was on a hike.
But that's where I feel our relationship began. If I had to pinpoint our anniversary, it would be the hike.
So the hike, pretty much, I was trying very hard not to tell anybody that I was gay, because at the time, I wasn't fully out to anybody, and I didn't want it to get around. But also, my other fear was that people were going to start liking me, and then I was going to have to either say, I don't like you back and offend them, or say, I don't like you because I'm gay. And so I met Molly, and she and I immediately hit it off because we are literally exactly the same person. And so on this hike, I was just like, okay, you know what? Just don't be caught one-on-one with Molly, because then we're gonna have to talk, and then something's gonna come up.
He was basically so cocky that he was like, she's gonna start to like me.
Well, I wouldn't say, yeah, okay, no. But we were on this hike, and all of a sudden, the crowd started to get thinner and thinner and thinner. We started off with a group of 40 people, then 30, then 20, and then all of a sudden
it's just the two of us and our dogs.
It's Molly and I, and then our dogs, and I'm like, oh god, it's gonna come up. And it was like randomly that I even mentioned it. We weren't even talking about anything. I was like, Molly, I'm gay.
You literally like turned to me and was like, I have to tell you something, and I was like, literally like I just met you 2 days ago. What do you have to tell me?
Yeah.
Like, what is this serious conversation we're about to have? And he's like, okay, listen, like I feel like you should know that I'm actually gay, and I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
And like I was seeing somebody at the time that I was seriously into, so like I had zero intentions of finding anybody or having a crush on anybody. Like I was just like, oh, he's a cool guy, let's be friends. So it was so funny that he felt the need to tell me. So that's, I feel like, when our relationship...
That was our first date.
Because then it was like, okay, we're both on the same page now, so we're both comfortable that we're on the same page, and that was like when our relationship really just
And what was nice,
off.
and that was almost our first and last date, because that was a 10-mile hike that we almost didn't make it to the beach. It was, I don't know if you guys saw that picture of some very handsome, muscular guy carrying Gallup because he could no longer walk. That was me. Gallup gave up on the hike, and we had to carry him the rest of the way.
If you want to see that photo, it's so cute. It's on my Facebook fan page, which the link is always below.
And on my Instagram.
No, that one isn't on my Instagram because I got Instagram in October.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
But there is a photo of us on Instagram.
Well.
But then our first date was McDonald's, I think.
McDonald's. Very romantic. You know, I like
he just really
real classy.
me.
Real classy.
It's so not a place either of us would go anyway.
I know.
So neither of us would ever go to McDonald's. So the fact that that was where we went, but we just really wanted ice cream and it was late at night.
You know, we've all been there.
There was no options.
2. Where was our first date?
Okay.
4. When did you meet your
Nope.
parents? 3. What was your first impression of me? When did you first notice about me?
3. What was your first impression of me, or what did you first notice about me? So I think like first impression is personality and notice is looks.
First impression, she talks a lot.
It's fair.
Which I love.
This video will be half an hour long.
I love the fact she talks a lot, because if you never shut me up, I will talk endlessly. So the fact that I'm not the only one having to talk was really great. First thing I noticed about you, right? That's the first thing I noticed about you was honestly your eyes. And that's something that's like, she gets this a lot.
Blind? I come to blind camp?
Because like everyone says, oh, you're not blind, you have really pretty eyes. And it's like, but that was the first thing that I noticed, because she has really beautiful eyes. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but she has really gorgeous eyes, and to me that was very appealing. So
thank you.
My favorite feature.
I can't say I noticed anything about your looks.
Okay, that's very offensive. Thank you.
Probably your arms.
My arm and my lack of arm hair that she always...
That's literally, I love stroking his arms. And on the hike, because like he'll guide me, right? I'll like sight a guide, I grab his arm. And I was like stroking his arm, I was like, what is with the... And then like,
it's like she's petting a cat. She's literally petting
but like
a cat.
I was like, that's a red flag. That's a sign.
Okay.
So probably physically that.
First impression.
First impression that you were really confident. Because you just like came right over to me. It was the first night of camp. I walked in late because I had just come from VidCon. And like VidCon had just ended, got on a train and came to you guys. So I came late that day, and you just like came right over to me, knelt down beside my chair, and you're like, hey Molly, I'm Braden. And you just like told me the whole shebang. You're like, I'm here to help you in any way you need it. Like just let me know. And I was just like, he's a really like confident guy. Just like came over, you seemed really self-assured, like just
talks a lot.
Strong voice.
Yeah.
That was probably it.
1, 2. Where was our first? 3. What was your first impression of me? 4. When did you meet your parents?
4. When did you meet the parents?
Oh gosh, when did I meet Neve? Well, I met Neve first, and I was like, literally, I thought I loved Molly, and then I met her mom, and I was like, it made so much more sense. And I picked them up at the airport. This was actually the second time then that I had met Molly.
Yeah.
We spent that week together in LA, and then she had to come back out for some work, I think with YouTube.
The YouTube.
And so she came out, and her mom came with her, and I see this little adorable mother and daughter come out of the terminal, and I was literally just like, oh, they're so cute. Because literally, if you think Molly is cute, like literally, it's like you see her mom, and it's like you understand where it comes from. But I met her mom there.
You might hear my mom snickering.
She's actually over there. But both of them have 2 of the most beautiful hearts and beautiful spirits. They're very, very kind and loving people. And then I just actually met her dad a few days ago, and
they're in love.
Literally, he's like probably gonna be my new best friend, because the other night he and I literally went on a political rant for about an hour and a half, and earlier that day we had commuted together for an hour and a half car ride and just talked endlessly. So I think their entire family, I haven't met your brother yet, but your entire family, I'd probably, I'd get along really well with all of them. We just talk forever until one of us passes out.
Yeah.
So
pretty much.
You met my family.
I met your family. Well, I met your mom before I met you, and I think I probably met your dad before I met you too, because your mom picked me up at the train station.
Yeah.
when I arrived in.
Which they do often. They just go to the train station and try to pick up random people.
Random blind people.
That's
So
how we
like, where's
found
my
her.
person? Where's my person? No, so that's how I met and your sister was my roommate at camp.
Yeah.
And she's like my sister.
Yeah.
Love her.
So our families are starting to become blended families, which is nice because they're all
They're accepting of our relationship.
yes, very accepting.
Very supportive.
So I have
My mom has even met your family. My mom went out for dinner with your family when we were in LA.
Yeah, mom has met my boyfriend too, my actual boyfriend, not my straight girlfriend. So yeah, mom's met my boyfriend, and yeah, so the families they get along really well with each other. The only person I have not met is your brother, Brady. Hi Brady, and hi Ellen. Want to meet you sometime. So
6, 7. Do we have a division? 6. How long have we been together?
6, how long have we been together?
not even a year. We met in
Yeah.
June. We
June
met in
2016.
Yeah, June 2016. So our year
End of June.
Our year anniversary is coming up. Our friend anniversary, if you want to call it that, it's coming up in June. And what are we gonna do?
We'll be together.
Yeah, well, we're
Yeah,
gonna
so I'll
get
be in
together.
LA again for VidCon.
Probably.
Oh, I'm a feature creator of VidCon 2017. Yay!
So yes, yay.
That's Gallum.
Hello.
Yeah.
So we're probably gonna do McDonald's to celebrate
Yeah.
1 year.
First date.
Yeah.
Go back and get some more ice cream.
No, spring
But
for
actually get
spring
ice
for
cream.
McFlurries. We'll spring for McFlurries.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're so sweet. Hey, where was our first road trip? We talk about wanting to go on a road trip to Vegas all the time. We haven't actually gone on one, but
No.
we really want to go to Vegas
Yeah,
together.
definitely. Vegas, and then I want to do Palm Springs. We're debating whether Vegas or Palm Springs. I love Palm Springs, but I actually would love, and I don't know if you would love this, but I'd love to do a road trip across Canada. This is my first time actually in Toronto. And
In Canada. It's
In
the first
Canada,
time in
first time in Canada, and it's a lot colder than I thought it would be.
He got off the plane and was like, why didn't you tell me it was going to be cold here? I'm like, it's March. It's March, right? Is it
Yes.
April yet?
No,
Yeah, it's March.
It's still March.
Because it's
I
time.
know. But no, seriously, because I mean, in LA, literally, it was like 80 degrees or 30 degrees Celsius, whatever, and it was warm. I was like wearing tank tops and shorts, and then I came and I brought some pants and some like longer shirts because I was, knew it was going to be brisk, but not still winter.
You just used the word brisk.
Brisk. Okay, fine. So yes, road trip across Canada though, I think would be fun. I would love to end up all the way over in BC. I love the outdoors, so
BC.
backpacking and maybe do some camping. I would totally be down for that.
Hey, where's our first road trip?
Sorry, did I interrupt?
No, you're fine. She's serious. She's so assertive.
9. What's one thing you do that I wish you wouldn't?
Oh God.
There's a lot.
Argue with you?
That question comes up later.
Okay, yeah. Well, you'll see that like we argue all the time. There's not.
But
a
it's
single
not
person-
fights. They're
It's
not
fights.
fights.
We've never fought, thankfully, yet. Knock on wood. We literally just argue on stupid things. And I'm pretty sure you wish that I wouldn't pick stupid things to.
I wish, no, one thing
Wait,
I
how
wish.
about this? This is a good time to talk. What do I do that you wish I wouldn't do? Let this be a little therapy session.
There's so many, like, sometimes when I ask for help, I legitimately need it, and you're like, you can
That's
do it on
true.
your own. I'm like, no, but I legitimately need you to help me.
So
He's
I-
like so empowering
Yeah.
of me. Like, he's like, I believe just because you're blind doesn't mean that you can't do something. You learned how to surf with me. You can do it. And I'm like, no, I actually legitimately
For
need you to
example,
help me.
last night we were at
The
the
keg.
we were at the keg, and we got bread for the table, and she said, "Braden, would you butter my bread?" And I said, "That sounds bad. It's not. It was actual literal bread. It was bread." And I said, "No, but I will help you butter your bread." And she looks at me like, "Babe, just butter my bread." Like literally, I want to eat. We were hungry. She's like, "I just want to eat the bread. Like, I don't need
longest day of
I don't
my
need
life.
She doesn't need a life lesson right now. She just wants bread." But I always do that because I'm trying to enable and help where I can, but I also want you to be the person that does it. And I think that bothers you a lot of times. But I feel like we have a good balance because sometimes I'll do it. I cut her steak last night because she asked me to, and she asked very nicely, so I said yes. But
He'd already made me butter my own bread, so he's like, okay, I have to cut her steak.
yeah.
Which I appreciate. What's one thing I do you wish I wouldn't?
Make me cut your food. I'm starving and my food's sitting right there, and I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and serve you and make sure you get your food.
That's what a good loving boyfriend does.
And that's why I'm here.
7. Do we have a division? 8, 9, what? 10, what? 11. Who wears it? 10. What do we argue about the most?
10. What do we argue about the most?
Mm.
Being right.
Yes, and it's not of anything of importance ever. It literally is only.
Like, what is a latte?
Yeah, what is the? I can't believe you remember that.
Of course I remember. We argued about it.
We're like, it's water based, it's milk based, it's the foam, it's the espresso, and literally we argue and argue and argue for about 10 minutes until we were like, okay, you know what? Let's settle this. Google it, and then whichever person is wrong,
just goes whatever.
Just walks away.
We're both used to being right a lot,
Yeah.
and then when we get together, it's like a 50-50 split. Half the time he's right, half the time I'm right. We just have to accept that, and it's hard for
We're
us.
both very assertive personalities and like to be right all the time, and nobody crosses us usually with that. But when you put two of those people together in a room, yeah, it's very.
The same reason why we get along so well is the reason why we argue
Exactly.
so much.
Yeah, each other's best friends and worst enemies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
12. What do I spend hours doing? 11. Who wears the pants in the relationship?
11. Who wears the pants in the relationship?
Definitely me.
Great.
Okay, moving on.
11. What do I spend hours doing?
12. What do I spend hours doing?
Oh, honestly, working.
Oh,
Literally,
in my
she
head, I'm
does-
like working.
She does not stop. There's nothing that you do more than work. Even while we're here socializing. We're here to like try to catch up and have fun. But intermixed is work, and so she always is nonstop, always trying to go out and either share her story to a new audience or do a video, or she's always doing something. And even when she's not doing that, she's in meetings or she's thinking or planning, emailing. So it's always nonstop. So yeah. What about me? What am I doing? Oh gosh.
Probably the same.
Well, yeah, I try to. You-
Like not necessarily work, but like working on XMO.
Yeah.
Like working on the camp and.
Yeah, I'm actually up here in Canada because we're trying to expand our camps up here in Canada, and so that was kind of the main purpose of this trip, is to come up here and start to network with the blind community up here, try to lock in some fundraising, and eventually hopefully add camps starting in British Columbia and start doing camps for the blind all across Canada.
I
So,
got something on my lip.
is there something?
I got it.
Okay.
Thanks for your help, though.
You're welcome.
Here, this is what it was.
Yeah, lovely. Oh, that's a piece of your lip. That's a piece of your lip. Gross. Oh, ew.
I'm dying.
You're falling apart.
I work too much. I'm falling apart. I'm gonna leave the link to XMO's website down below in case you want to like learn more about it, or donate, or become a part of it, like volunteer or go as a participant.
We're a small nonprofit with a really awful website, so we're working on redoing it. But if there's anybody that is interested in helping or coming to our camps or anything, feel free to contact us. We'd love to be able to have you part of the Extreme Mobility family. So there was that plug.
What do we argue about the most? 14. 15. What should I spend on? 14. What drink do I order when we go out?
What drink do I order when we go out?
You're talking about coffee or alcohol or
Anything.
anything. She does not really drink coffee. She does tea, green tea lattes from Starbucks, if anyone's interested. And if you're ever out at night and she's celebrating something, we do a gin and tonic. Is the go-to.
Yeah.
All right.
And you
go.
are a Manhattan sour.
That's not a thing. That's not a thing. You just made up a drink.
No,
It's the New York sour.
It's a New York sour.
Yeah.
And he just gets an Americano.
A New York sour, for those who don't know what it is, it's a whiskey sour, which is kind of a little bit manly drink, but you float a little bit of red wine on top. So it's like you're manly, but you're also a little bit more in touch with your feminine side. So it's a very well-balanced drink. Fair. Yes.
18. What's worth doing? 17. 16. What's one talent I have?
What's one talent I have?
You have many talents. What do you want? Just one?
Yeah, just choose one of my many.
Arguing.
Okay, could you not pick an actual talent?
That is a talent. You're great at arguing.
Debating. Could you use the word debating?
Fine. She's great at debating. No, you're actually low-key, the ski instructor she skied with this year up in Winter Park, Colorado for our blind camp, she was trying not to talk Molly up too much, but she told me when Molly wasn't there that Molly is the best blind or visually impaired skier that she has ever skied with. And I went out and skied with her, I'm like, come on, she can't be that good. But she bombs down the hill, like going super fast. She doesn't fall, and like, it was actually really, really, really crazy. And you've done it for a long time, so that's the cool thing, you have experience, but putting her on the slopes in Colorado was really cool. So you are a very talented skier.
Thank you. What is one thing?
Give me compliments, give me compliments.
Gosh, I'm pulling at, straws here. What is?
Okay, well, I think we'll end the interview here. I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we've answered enough questions for today. You want it? It sounds like so bad that I can't think of, but you do. You have so many talents. I feel like this is like an obscure talent. Like I'm not gonna give like a thing like skiing, but it's gonna be more like your thing of like I'm good at debating. You're good at making people feel comfortable. Like I feel like that's a talent. It takes talent to make people feel comfortable and welcomed and invited, and like you go out of your way. Like when I was in Colorado for a week, we hardly saw each other, even though we're best friends, because you were like going out of your way to make other people like feel comfortable and spend time with everybody, and like
it's a superpower that I can do the exact opposite as well. I can make you feel very comfortable and also make you feel very uncomfortable. So I do both.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'll do one more because we've been talking for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one do I want to go with? Oh, what's one thing you've learned from me?
Wow. That's a good one to end on.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the timing of when I met Molly, Molly was actually really inspirational to me because of how she's learned to not fight who she is. You know, blindness is not a disability to her, it's just a piece of who she is, just like how she has brown hair. And for me, during the time where I was really struggling to accept who I was, being with somebody who had a totally different circumstances but related that to me and said that you are this way and you just accept who you are and you move on, and then you try to make a difference in other people's lives and try to help them accept and embrace who they are. And so it was really impactful because the timing was literally beautiful. I was in a time where I really needed to have somebody like that, and it was definitely something that I learned from her, was how to be able to just accept myself for who I was. So now what's one thing that you learned from me? I know.
You're welcome. What's one thing I've learned from you?
This is gonna be super sarcastic. Watch. I was nice and sweet, and she's gonna have this. Yeah.
I've learned how to shape my arms.
To count to 12 in German.
That's true.
That is true. I taught her to count to 12 in German.
I already knew how to count to 7 though.
Okay.
Really only taught me a few
Five numbers.
You're so charming and you're so charismatic, and I feel like I've really learned from you how to like work a person. And not in like a conniving, like scheming, like get what I want out of somebody, but like how to make somebody feel good and how to appreciate somebody. And you're really good at that. Like you're really good at like I said earlier, you're good at making people feel comfortable. Almost about to phone again.
Give it to me.
But you're really good at making people feel comfortable. But you're also really good at like giving them affirmations and making people feel good about themselves. Even when you're giving them like a constructive criticism or telling them something you think they need to do better or work on, you're also like building them up at the same time that you're doing that, and that's like an art to me. To be able to like give somebody constructive criticism and make them feel great at the same time that you're telling them something bad about themselves is like I don't know, I think that's really cool, and you're very charming, and I just love seeing how you work people, like how you communicate with people has taught me a lot.
Yeah. One of the most beautiful things that I think Molly and I have between our friendship is we did it literally 2 nights ago. We were sitting on the couch just having a really good conversation, and then and it sounded funny at first, like literally for an hour we just kind of paid compliments back and forth with each other, but we affirmed the things in each other, we made each other feel good, and to have a friend like that is literally only there just to help build you up and to help you succeed.
Support you.
I encourage every single one of you to go and find your Molly,
100%.
because it is great to be able to have somebody that supports you in your career, that supports you as you are, that supports you emotionally, that you can laugh and have fun with. And having a best friend, regardless who they are and what they do, I mean, it's a beautiful relationship that literally there's no real way to describe it. So if you have it, cherish it. If you don't have it, go out and find it, because it's out there.
Yeah, it's like we're so like-minded. That's why we work so well together. Like we're so like-minded. We have similar goals in life. We just want to make a difference. We just want to do something positive for the world, and we help each other do that.
Yeah.
Like we want to build each other up so that we can both like conquer everything together.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we're very lucky to have each other.
Absolutely. And you'll be seeing more of Molly and more of me hopefully in the future. So gay boyfriend ain't going away.
No, not anytime soon. You can't break up with me.
No, not happening.
So yes, that there you go. That's what you all keep asking, if I have a boyfriend, if I've been dating. This is him.
Me.
I'm just settled with
Only
this.
one.
That's all I need in my
Settled.
life.
She didn't settle.
I did not settle. I reached.
I'm the
I
trophy.
reached.
I'm
I reached boo.
trophy. Yeah.
So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'm gonna link everything about Eczema, what he and his family does down below, because it's just incredible what they do. I've talked about them before, and they mean so much to me. So I'm gonna link that down below. Please, I encourage you to check it out and be a part of it in any way that you can. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.
All right. Bye.